Alright, well, it's time that we talk to Kyo once again today. And I assume that we're also gonna get some anthropology lessons from him when it comes to some stuff. I certainly do have some questions that I'm gonna have to ask Kyo about anthropology and such. I do have some serious questions that I'm gonna have to ask soon enough. Kyo, what's the difference between anthropology, history, and archaeology? They're often confused, so your question is reasonable. To that question, they are different, may be a possible answer.
Let's see.
History is records, archaeology is buildings and relics, anthropology is folklore and customs. History studies events and changes in countries or regions across time. Archaeology traces the course of humanity through physical remains. Anthropology is a study that examines the thought behind the traditions and customs. Okay then. I kind of understand, but I kind of don't. Really? Because to me it sounds really easy to understand, to grasp the idea of what is different between all of these. It's pretty easy to me.
Anthropology is...
If you think of humanity at the core of anthropology, it should be clear. From people come feelings. Those feelings intersect and become tradition. At least, that's my stance on the matter. I see. The feelings intersect?
Yes.
Yes. Customs and folktales only occur in places where people can share them.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with such things.
Is that so?
Is that so? But you encounter anthropology on a daily basis. Yeah, I can understand what you're talking about. We're always being told stuff like, I don't know, ghost stories maybe, or myths and such. Things that may have happened in a particular place that may have to do with ghosts and such. He's probably referring to that. For example, occult stories on the internet have their roots in folklore. Yeah, that too. Someone on a journey committing a taboo in a mountain village, for example. Ooh. Wait, did you say mountain village? I was thinking of a forest. For some reason.
You're right.
That's true. Particularly a suicide forest. That's true. I hear that often.
Anthropology is...
Various mythologies are frequently referenced in anime, manga, and games. Oh yeah, definitely. I can definitely relate to that. A character's background can be viewed through an anthropological lens. Tools and houses in the background. Job, speech, clothing, or food. With the proper knowledge, such things can help you understand the world more deeply. Houses and such? Like all sorts of tools? Does that include seesaws? I wanna ask you about the anthropological view of the seesaw. Kyo, I mean, what do you think about that? What was the inspiration behind using seesaw as a murder idea for your last victim? I don't want to ask you that. Without it, such clues go to waste. You certainly wouldn't wanna waste the seesaw on nothing. That's fascinating. That knowledge would be very useful. It seems I piqued your curiosity. Let us talk more. Yeah, you certainly piqued my interest when it comes to seesaws. Well then, what image does the word kappa call to mind, Shuichi? A monster with a plate on its head? A furry monster that looks like a monkey? A cool big brother. What? Yeah, that does sound like the best kind of description. for a word like that. I mean, on a serious matter, I don't remember. I mean, okay. It's not like, okay, maybe now I'm a bit blind when it comes to anthropology, but I do remember like last year I've read a book about anthropology and such. More specifically Japanese folklore and all that. And I can't say that I remember exactly. I mean, when it comes to a serious decision. Well, fuck it, I'm gonna go with this one. A cool big brother. You didn't expect that answer, eh, Kyo?
How?
But, why do you say that?
That's...
It's from a video game. I know that Shuichi has that smile on him. He is actually being genuine about this, isn't he? He's not making fun of him.
I see.
Oh, I see. It's just a recent trend. I failed in my studies, it seems. Yeah, man, you can definitely get some anthropological studies from video games too. You should definitely try some video games. The monster with the plate on its head is probably the most famous. Okay, I guess that is the answer.
I see, yeah.
That's exactly right. And yeah.
Listen.
And yet, it is anthropologically impossible for our mental images of a kappa to match.
Huh?
Impossible.
Yes.
Originally, monsters had no form, for they were based on people's emotions. That image of a kappa is a combination of many different people's thoughts. Ah, I see. So, we ourselves created the image of this kappa entity through stories, through time and time. It always changed through time. An ancient fear was changed over many years into a creature we can identify. Culture is constantly changing. Anthropology chases those changes. Thus, I must keep the present in mind while I learn about past customs.
Tell me your thoughts.
So, it is unexpectedly deep, yes.
You're right.
Yeah, profound. Definitely. Anthropology can be... anthropology is an interesting subject, not gonna lie. In fact, checking back on the polls these last few days, like... Okay, what was I talking about before? I was checking the polls a little bit these days. Like, only the date and the talent poll. And it does seem that the ultimate anthropology talent is the most voted out of all the talents. It does seem that people are more interested in that than other stuff. Which is interesting. Since you're here, you wish to learn more about anthropology, yes?
Is that alright?
Yeah, I would like to learn more, if that's alright with you. Yeah, definitely. I do have some more questions to you when it comes to seesaws and all that. And okay, let's not limit ourselves to seesaws. I do want to ask you about the gashatokuro as well.
I am pleased.
Of course. I'll speak of it for as long as you wish to hear it. Perhaps we should sit somewhere for our discussion. Okay. The dining hall. We decided to sit in the dining hall and drink some tea while we talked.
Whatever is the matter?
You seem to be looking at me with a strange expression. Is something wrong? Well, you're always wearing that mask, Kyo. I was just wondering how you would drink tea. Through the zipper?
Yes.
Ah, this. I take it off at times like these. Oh. Oh? So he does take it off sometimes. That makes sense, whereas he couldn't eat or drink. Well, let's see. Let's see if we're gonna be able to see what's behind that mask.
You see.
And I replaced it with a mask for meals.
Huh?
Huh? A mask for meals?
That's correct.
That is correct. I have one for bathing, sleeping, and even exercising. Sheesh. You're hiding your mouth even in sleep. Which, I guess is no surprise. You don't want people to see you with... you know. So he has a variety.
Well then.
If you'll excuse me. After excusing himself, Korekiyo turned his back to me and began changing masks. He could just take it off. He doesn't have to have so many kinds. You're gonna learn soon enough, Shuichi. I mean, this is what, chapter 2? Yeah, this is chapter 2. You're gonna learn soon enough. Why so particular about that?
So then...
Thank you for waiting, Shuichi. Huh? Did you change your mask?
Yes.
I did. This is the one for meals. It looks exactly the same. Yeah, it just... You're my thoughts exactly, Shuichi. I do have to wonder, if he... if he had different kinds of masks that look the same, will we get like different sprites? Just a thought. It would be something to see Kyo with different kinds of masks. Just for variety and such.
So then...
So I will proceed to enjoy this tea now.
Okay.
Okay. Or maybe it's just like clothes. You are using a mask for eating specifically, in case your mask is gonna get dirty. So after you're done with your meal, you're gonna change it back to your normal mask that you use on a daily basis when you don't eat or sleep and all that. Because for example, you would have a mask for sleeping as well, cause you may drool, so you're definitely gonna need to change that. This tea has a nice scent. I usually prefer green tea, but this is wonderful. Korekiyo looked to be in a trance as he brought a cup of tea to his lips. Oh, won't it just spill on the mask?
Wonderful.
Ah, a mild flavor that makes itself familiar to the tongue. Oh Christ. He's incesting the ever-living shit out of that tea. That's not good. Huh? The mask isn't wet. The mask isn't wet. Did he pour it in the slit? Yeah, probably. I didn't even see him do it.
Oh.
Ah, and we have cookies as well. They look delicious. Cookies. Cookies? No! No! It can't be! Now he's gonna incest the ever-living shit out of that cookie! Put that cookie down!
Oh, these cookies! Put that cookie down! Now!
I'll definitely get to see him take off his mask to eat that. Oh, this is not good. I held my breath and watched as Korekiyo brought the cookie to his lips. What the? What happened? The cookie just disappeared. No! Another murder happened.
Oh?
It's just the two of us, meaning that we don't get like a body discovery announcement. The cookie got murdered. What is the matter? Yeah, the cookie. It just disappeared. Another friend has been sent to his dead sister. Congratulations, Korekiyo. You achieved 100 friends. You only needed a cookie to achieve that number. Congratulations, Kyo.
I see, yes.
Yes. Because I put it into my mouth. But it didn't look like you ate it at all. You're wondering how I ate it, aren't you? If you are vexed by such trivial things, then your world is still very small.
Do you understand?
I will open up your world for anthropology, if you so desire. I don't know about that one. I mean, I can live without that part of the anthropology where you incest food and such. I don't want to hear the details of you incesting the ever-living shit out of a cookie. I'm just saying, there are some things that are better left unsolved / unknown. Korekiyo is teaching me more things about anthropology.
Do you understand?
So, from an anthropological view, house does not necessarily mean family. The house is an umbrella term that denotes both residents and people. Interesting. It's all breaking down the etymology of words we use.
Ah, yes.
Indeed. Speaking of family, what made you choose the life of a detective? Are your parents detectives?
No.
No, it was my uncle. He's the detective, and I just help him. Ah, so that's how it happened.
Then...
how about you, Kyo? What made you become an anthropologist? There's no particular reason. I merely pursued my interests. The rest was sister's influence. Was it like 70% your sister's influence? 80%? 69%?
Huh?
Sister?
Listen.
I first learned of anthropology while reading a book with sister. Okay, so it is 69. It said that tales like that of Princess Kaguya existed all over the world. I was surprised that people across the globe had such similar ideas. It was then that sister pushed me to research as much as I could. So that's how you became an ultimate.
I see. Yes.
Indeed. I am who I am today all because of sister. I cannot deny that. Sister understood me more than anyone else. She would make this uniform for me. No. Also, I guess that necklace that you have around your neck was also from your sister, because I do see you touching it like multiple times.
Huh?
She did.
You see.
My outfit was originally much simpler, but she said that didn't suit me. She made it ever so beautifully. There is no uniform like mine. It's all mine. Korekiyo looked elated as he told me about it. You're close to your sister, aren't you? Not all sisters make clothes for their brothers. I am an only child, so I am a bit envious. Do you have an interest in sisters, Shuichi? I don't think so. He doesn't have interest in sisters and all that. Do you have interest in sisters, Kyo?
Huh?
That's not what I meant at all.
A mere jest.
I jest. To tell the truth, sister's always been sickly. She made me this uniform between bouts of illness.
That's...
I'm sorry. But I'm sure that as long as you're working hard, she'll be just fine.
What is it?
What do you mean by that?
Because...
Watching her little brother work hard and succeeds is the best medicine.
I see.
I see. So you're saying I should work hard for her? Of course, I know that. Yeah. Of course he knows that. He has been working very hard up until now to get his sister friends. I apologize. I didn't mean to overstep my bounds.
No.
No. Sister thanks you for worrying about her. You are a good person. Were you a girl, I would have you become one of sister's friends. Do all her friends have to be girls? Just don't question it, Shuichi. Just don't. Maybe his sister doesn't like boys going near her. Now that's a complex. I must say, it is enjoyable to teach such an attentive student as you. Now that I think about it, every time we hang out, it turns into a lecture. Actually, hold on. Let me just do something first. Alright, now I'm back. Well, I am having fun, so I don't mind. Can't say that I myself am having fun here. I can't say that I'm having fun here, but it is still interesting nonetheless. So might as well just go with it.
Ah, yes.
Do you recall when we discussed the Princess Kaguya legend?
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, and how there are similar legends all around the world.
Listen.
That is but one legend, with counterparts in other cultures. Another such legend, one I find quite interesting, is that of Hainuwele. Hainuwele? Hainuwele?
That's correct.
It is the name of a girl who appears in the folklore of Indonesia. To summarize, she was a goddess who defecated valuable items. Did it just say defecated? Wait. I feel like I'm failing English today. Does defecate... Is defecate what I think it is? Or is it something else? Does it have to do with poop? Cause if that's so, then maybe you should talk to Cum Dumpster about this sort of stuff. Or maybe I'm just thinking of the wrong... Or maybe I'm just thinking of the wrong word here. She was killed and her body became seed for crops. That does seem like poop though. Similar tales in Japanese folklore are Ohogetsu Hime and Ukemochi. Isn't it fascinating how similar these tales from different lands are?
You're right.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see.
Tales with boxes not to be opened. Hero mythology, gods disguised as beggars. There are tales with similar elements like these all over the world. Interesting. So you know all about legends and myths, Kyo?
But of course.
Well, yeah. He is the ultimate anthropologist, know that. Myths and legends are his butter, too. Of course, myths, folklore, legends, they all inform anthropology.
Then...
Are there any in particular that resonate with you? Myths that resonate. Something that has to do with incest? Like incesting the ever-living shit out of that cookie? I'm sorry, but I cannot get over this stuff. You incested that cookie! That cookie was an innocent person, goddammit! Well, not a person, but an innocent food, goddammit.
Tell me your thoughts.
Have you ever heard of Medusa? Oh, Christ.
If I remember correctly...
The monster who turns all that look upon her to stone, correct?
Yes.
Yes. You may know her as a monster. Huh? Am I wrong?
No.
No, you're not wrong. But she was originally known as a goddess of nature. Goddess of nature?
That's correct.
Indeed. But as time went by, she was changed into a fearsome monster, to be slain by a hero.
Why?
How did that happen?
Let's see.
The answer is clear if you consider why nature deities were worshipped. Long ago, humanity was weak and stood no chance against the might of nature. But over time, humanity developed civilization and began taming the land. The protection of a goddess of nature was no longer needed. The goddess becoming a monster is proof of humanity overcoming nature. But why a monster though? I see.
Tell me your thoughts.
But people will continue to tell the story of Medusa. Why is that? Because it's a good, scary story? I have no idea. To show the power of humanity? People will continue to tell the story of Medusa. Because it's a good, scary story?
Could it be...
It is pretty frightening. Very good. It seems you have the qualities of an anthropologist. Oh, was I right with that?
Do you understand?
I mean, of course. Like I said before, scary stories come from like very old mythological stories and all that, they come from somewhere. Living things turn to stone. This clearly represents death, yes? In other words, all human beings will one day perish. So even if we overcome nature, we cannot overcome death. Getting turned into stone being considered death? Killed by the monster that is the Medusa? I couldn't exactly tell through the mask, but I imagine Korekiyo was smiling. Yeah, I can definitely see this resonate with Kyo a little bit. I mean, God. Not... like, nobody has been born a monster. Everybody was born human. It's just that... Kyo, just like the Medusa, has been turned into a monster after a while. And now he's killing people. Why would he make that expression? Does he not fear death?
Oh.
Oops. It seems I've gotten off track. Let us return to discussing myths.
Okay.
Yeah. Wouldn't want people to figure you out when it comes to your true intentions. Alright, well, today it is gonna be our final lesson. Our final anthropology lesson with Kyo. Fieldwork?
Yes.
Also known as surveying, fieldwork is very important to anthropology. Hearing legends and recounted firsthand, recording tools or lifestyles. For this, I've traveled across the nation. Across the nation? I imagine that would be quite the life. Yeah. I mean... okay, this is chapter 2. You haven't done that yet, but... you are definitely gonna... hear from Kyo about how he went to a village with only women, and... he has used his rope experiences, like his rope skills, like quite a lot there. That is one of the things that he does when he travels around the world. I was able to discover fascinating things every day. Yeah. The latest topic to pique my interest are customs related to ropes. See? What did I tell you? About ropes!
Huh?
I was actually getting there. I actually got there. Ropes.
Therefore...
I found that many regions in Japan customarily use ropes to welcome guests. Why, I wondered, were there such similar customs in such distant places? That is interesting.
well...
That said, there are differences in how the ropes are used. In one region, guests tie up women. In another, guests are tied up. Wait, what? Who tie... what? In what region do you tie up women? In what region do you tie up people in general? That doesn't seem like much of a warm welcome. He was tied up so tightly during my... unless, hold on a second. Yeah, I do remember Sonia telling me that sort of stuff. You do welcome people by tying them up with ropes. God, I forgot that. Novozelic Kingdom was so cool. It was so cool. I was tied up so tightly during my visit that I nearly passed out. Hey, quite the reception.
Oh.
You understand this, see, it's shallow. Your understanding is yet shallow. That was only the beginning. As I was tied up, they whipped me. It was such a warm welcome. I don't think that was a welcome at all. Don't question it, Shiichi. Again, this is what, chapter 2? Yeah, you're gonna get a dream with Kyo in chapter 3. That has to do with ropes. Just a little bit of a warning there. I'm just saying, that's... it's not good.
Beautiful.
This experience opened up the door to a new world within me. Yeah, the world of bondage. I feel like that door should remain closed.
I...
After passing through that door, I was able to reunite with someone taken from me by death. Wait, what? Did you... Wait, what? Are you talking about one of those experiences where you see your life flash through your eyes or something? That you can see dead people for a second? When you are near death or something? That was the greatest welcome I could have possibly received. Could he be referring to a near-death experience? Yeah, one of those things, like near-death experience. Such an experience will grow your love for anthropology. I want that for you. No, actually, well, technically, Shuichi did have like a near-death experience when he dreamed with Kiyo. So, I guess you're not far off, but that doesn't mean that he's gonna grow to love anthropology much more.
Huh?
What? I don't know about that. I don't have the basics mastered. Yeah, man. First, you have to learn the physics of ropes and all that. You need to do some mechanical lessons too, which Kiyo can definitely teach you some stuff. Cause, like I said, he is pretty experienced with seesaws. Therefore, he must know some physics too. Oh, indeed. And also ropes, like the basics of ropes and all that, of course. But mostly seesaws. Oh, indeed. It is useless without basic knowledge. I'm glad you understand. In any event, I would like to take you along on the field one day. I don't think I can ever do that. I don't want to risk my life. There are still many secrets to discover. But yeah, you don't want to risk your life here, Shuichi. You may be a boy, but not gonna lie, you can definitely be seen as a very hot girl. Not gonna lie. At least that's what I get from some people too. So I don't think you should risk your life here. So yeah, I don't think I can ever do that.
No.
I don't think I can ever do that.
Is that so?
Well, you may have a fear of entering unknown lands. Yeah, which is completely understandable. It's not like you may have fear, but once you enter that door, everything is gonna be hunky-dory. No, it's... like I said, there are some things that are best left unknown in life. And I always prefer for people to tell the truth. I'm one of those people that prefer to tell the truth than anything else. And yet, I do realize that there are some things out there that are best left unknown. Some fucked up stuff. But knowledge will cause your curiosity to overcome that fear. People are creatures of greed. At times, that inner ugliness is visible. But that too is just another aspect of the beauty of humanity.
Listen,
Shuichi, to tell you the truth,
even if it isn't for field work, I wish to travel the country with you. I want to show you the beauty of humanity as I know it. You're right.
no. Sorry, Kyo, but I do not agree with this. I would like to go with you, Kyo. We'd have fun no matter where we went. No, Shuichi, just... no, trust me, you are not gonna have fun. You are gonna be partnered with a serial killer here.
I am pleased.
It makes me so very happy to hear you say that. Korekiyo's eyes were gentle and kind. I thought he was creepy at first, but now there's a real bond between us.
If so...
Perhaps I might consider you my first disciple then? I never imagined having a disciple so soon. Okay then. You have learned a new skill. Supernatural phenomenon. Alright, and of course, the obligatory getting his panties and all that. Okay, Korekiyo's undergarments.